In 1998, the WWE Hardcore Championship was introduced, and what started off as a joke title became a title that was defended under 24/7 rules and created some legendary moments. The title was completely a product of its time, and it was perfect for the time that it existed for, so when it was retired in 2002, it was seen as the right time for the title to go. But as the years went on, and as we entered the network era and the WWE Network was introduced and the rise of social media, a demand for a hardcore or just a 24/7 rules title belt would rise in WWE fans. And the fans got their wish in 2019 when the WWE 24/7 title was introduced to them, and while the 24/7 title started off as a really fun title, eventually WWE just stopped caring about it and it died a brutal death. So let's talk about the WWE 24/7 Championship. The 24/7 title was introduced by Mick Foley on the May 20th, 2019 episode of Raw, and he placed it in the ring and said, "Hey, first person to grab the belt is the first ever champion," and after a long brawl and chase between all the jobbers of Raw, Titus O'Neil picked up the championship to become the inaugural 24/7 champion. Before seconds later, he was rolled up on the stage and pinned by Robert Roode, who won it for himself. Robert Roode then ran backstage where he bumped into R-Truth, who of course won it, and then drove off, kicking off R-Truth's long history with the 24/7 title. He was with that title since day one. And from here, R-Truth, with the help of Carmella, would do anything he could to evade danger and keep the title. He got into a mini feud with Elias for the title where they traded the title back and forth, including a title change that took place underneath the ring. And following Elias, R-Truth would turn his attention to Jinder Mahal, who beat R-Truth for the title on a golf course. And we had just entered the golden age of the 24/7 title, and WWE were now doing exactly what people wanted them to do with the 24/7 title, which was utilize social media and have title changes that took place on social media at the craziest of locations. R-Truth won the title back from Jinder Mahal on the very same golf course, regaining it, but that didn't stop Jinder Mahal from pinning him on the tarmac before their flight to Saudi Arabia. And unfortunately, Jinder winning the title wasn't able to hinder R-Truth from then pinning Jinder on the plane to win it back. A really fun period for the title. But a man who was in the background for all of this and was desperate to get his hands on the 24/7 title was none other than the 205 Live general manager, Drake Maverick. And he was desperate for this title, like I said, and he would only ever miss out by the skin of his teeth. But finally, on the June 18th, 2019 episode of SmackDown, Drake Maverick won the 24/7 title after he pinned R-Truth in a car park, leading to R-Truth winning it back at Drake Maverick's wedding. Yes, his shoot wedding, his actual wedding. The things that Drake Maverick did for that title, man, deserves so much respect. And I'll just say it, R-Truth and Drake Maverick's feud for the 24/7 title was legendary. And once they finished up their feud, we would see a lot of firsts for the 24/7 title. We'd see many people winning it for the first time, including the first female champion, who was Kelly Kelly. Would also establish some new rules for the title and different ways it can be won. For example, we saw the $1 Million Man establish that you can buy the title, as he bought the title from Alundra Blaze to win it. Maria Kanellis became the first pregnant 24/7 champion, and then the Revival became the first team to win it as they co-held the title. And then after that, we then had a bit of a celebrity era with the title, where we'd see the likes of basketball player Ines Kanter, the DJ Marshmello, NASCAR driver Kyle Busch, and of course Mayor Glenn Jacobs win the belt, and also some random WWE employee managed to get a title reign. Lucky guy. After this though, and after that quick little era of celebrities winning the title, it feels like the WWE kind of gave up on the 24/7 title a bit. It mainly got relegated to live events, and going into 2020, it was being traded back and forth by R-Truth, Mojo Rawley, and Riddick Moss. And when COVID hit, it made things even worse for the title, because at that year's COVID WrestleMania from the Performance Center, Rob Gronkowski won the title and would pretty much hold the title hostage, as he didn't appear on TV at all following the win. R-Truth would win it back on a pre-tape on Raw about a month and a half later, and the 24/7 title would kind of tread water for the next year, unfortunately. There were no real stories for the title, no social media title changes, no live event title changes, and every 24/7 title segment that was on TV was reduced to just jobbers chasing around R-Truth for the championship, sometimes interrupting matches. Notable title changes we saw during this time period though were the Gobbledygooker, Alicia Fox, who won it in the Women's Royal Rumble match, Bad Bunny, and Joseph Average. On the November 22nd, 2021 episode of Raw though, a new character was introduced to the 24/7 title world, that being Dana Brooke. And Dana Brooke would win the 24/7 championship, and as 24/7 champion, she treated that belt like a world championship and was pretty much the main focus of the division for the next year. The title would mainly be traded between herself, Tamina, Reggie and Akira Tozawa, who were all involved in a romance storyline together. It was these four that pretty much dominated the 24/7 division, with of course R-Truth coming in every now and then and winning the title, and you also had title reigns from the likes of Doudrop, Carmella, Nikki ASH and even Alexa Bliss had one. In 2022 though, Triple H would take over WWE Creative and we would start to see a lot less of the 24/7 title on TV, with it being reported that Triple H was not a fan of the title and that it was likely getting scrapped soon. And sure enough, on the November 7th, 2022 episode of Raw, Dana Brooke, who is now a 15-time 24/7 champion by this point, lost the title to Nikki Cross, who then proceeded to throw it in the bin. Well, not really, she actually missed, but the message was clear, and that was the last we saw of the 24/7 title in WWE. Looking back, I can say that the WWE 24/7 title was a fun title for the time it existed. The first year of the belt was definitely its peak. They were utilizing social media and live events and having constant title changes, which is all you really want, but it seems as though after a certain period of time, the company just kind of got bored of booking it. In the age of social media we were in, we really should have seen a lot more utilization of that, and the WWE just doing a lot more exclusive title changes using the network, using Twitter, using YouTube and TikTok. They had so many opportunities to do it, but they barely used social media for title reigns past the first year of the title. Especially during the COVID era of wrestling, that could have been a really great thing to have away from TV, but it was really put on the back burner during the COVID era, and that really did hurt the title in its existence. And when it was all said and done, R-Truth had by far the most title reigns with the 24/7 title, with over 53 reigns of the belt. Dana Brooke and Akira Tozawa, second place most reigns with 15 each. Reggie had the longest single reign with the 24/7 title when he held it for 112 days, and he's followed up by Dana Brooke, who had a reign that lasted 84 days. And the worst champion statistically looks to be Nikki ASH. Though she was an 11-time champion and the final ever champion, she didn't hold the title for more than a day in total. And without a doubt, the GOATs of the 24/7 title division were R-Truth, Dana Brooke, Akira Tozawa, Drake Maverick, and Reggie. Those were probably the GOATs, and Carmella as well. Carmella was a great part of the 24/7 title division. The 24/7 title was probably a title that didn't have much shelf life in the WWE to begin with, but it definitely lasted quicker than I ever expected it to. I think it definitely had at least a couple more years left in it, but I think COVID and the pandemic and the title being put on the back burner for the last few years really damaged the title. There was so much they could have done with it, and a lot of fun that could have been had, and I personally think that that belt could still work if it was in the WWE today. But regardless, that is it from me discussing the WWE 24/7 Championship. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.